Hi, today we're going to talk about the PinShot automatic exposure pinhole cameras. Here I have the first three prototypes that we have been developing for the past 2 years. The first one that we made is this medium format curved film plane 6x12. It has the automatic exposure system, controls, a display set. On this one we have the same system adapted for large format cameras. This one is a Graflex. This one has the same system on a 5x7 Birkin James. I would like to concentrate a little bit on how the automatic exposure system works on this camera. So I'm going to do a close-up and we'll continue talking about it. Now we have a close-up of the camera. I'm going to concentrate on the exposure system and how we control the automatic exposure. Here are the controls, and here we have the display. I'm going to turn the camera on by pressing the button in the center. So it's just a very simple display. I'm going to go forward. I have the ability here to select the film, to set an exposure value, EVs. You can increase or decrease exposure. You can shoot. You can do a bulb exposure, and you can do a configuration of the camera and overall settings. So I'm going to start with this menu. So I'm going to press the central button and go in that menu. I'm going to move forward. I can configure the camera, and by configuring the camera I can change the focal length and the pinhole diameter. So let's go into focal length. Right now this camera is set up at 60 millimeters. The large format cameras, you can change it to any focal length you want. You just go up or down. Now let's go into the adjusting the pinhole diameter. So, and this camera is at 0.3 millimeters, so you can adjust the pinhole according to what you have installed. Let's cancel and go back. And now let's talk about the film selection. We have done extensive research into finding all the reciprocity values for a lot of the films that are still in the market. So we have here in this camera Ilford, Kodak, Mako, generic, Fuji, Fomapan, Agfa, ADOX. So let's see Fuji. And within Fuji I have lots of different films, including the Polaroid type instant. So I select the film, and then I could change the exposure value. The sensor is calibrated for 18% gray. So let's say you have difficult lighting conditions and you have a white background that needs some sort of exposure compensation, and you compensate through this. The fact that this is an automatic exposure system does not mean that it's got matrix metering like a Nikon, or it works, but you do need to understand basic photographic principles. You shoot. That's just the command to shoot. And I'm going to try to demonstrate how the aperture works. So here I'm going to put it in bulb mode, and the curtain is going to open. And that's exposing, and now I'm going to close it. And it's a very simple system. We have tried to develop something that will last for a very long time with easily replaceable parts that will not give anybody any headaches. And this is as simple as it gets. Automatic exposure pinhole cameras. Thank you very much.